Hello, greetings. All right, we're gonna have a radio recording tonight, but that didn't happen. So here we are. In Orlando, did a couple of channelings, and Universal Studios and Epcot. Epcot, they're ripping it all apart. So I got some of that. Of course, when that gets uploaded, is whatever. So today we'll continue on the music industry. Might as well, right? I just dabble a little bit into that, and then we'll go into university stuff still, and I'll bring in somebody to bring some enlightenment connections. I'm not doing too much of the alien updates, like this is going to happen and that's going to happen. Just figure it out on our own. How about that? So, it's dissecting our reality. That's basically what we're here to do. Is where everything comes from, astral connections, and just connecting more to the fourth dimension. Isn't that what we're here for? Instead of waiting for the aliens to arrive and show up in their ships and possessing people or whatever some are going to do. Some will, but some are allowing it. So more power to you on that one. I'm also going to do, not here, but in future upload about, it won't be super detailed about what spiritual cults, at least the rise of it, of spiritual evangelists. Join my Patreon, give me $20. I'll heal you so you don't no longer a drone or some nonsense like that. So people are asking for it, so people are getting it. So more power to you on that one. So all right, we're going to Lady Gaga. Definitely she was created, and obviously she's still under contract, and I guess this is the Bad Romance. This has all the Illuminati stuff in it. It's one of her most popular videos. So yeah, that's really the fish eyes. I mean, this is nothing new, but of course you have it's just such an occult energy, and the story on this is of course is there her eye. The whole thing is the all-seeing eye, or however they look at it. But crap. I want to do that. But this video is in a bathhouse. I mean, it doesn't even fit anything of the song. I guess it does in some bizarre ways. She's not talking. It's a Russian bathhouse in the future, and none of that is in the lyrics. I seriously doubt it is, but it has occult symbolism all through it. Obviously, I guess they didn't think this was going to be popular, and somebody knew it would be. Yeah, just yeah. So she's kind of being retired slowly. I mean, she's gotten older, so she lost her influence. And I imagine she knows the controller she's under, or was under, or is under, whatever is going on right now. Of course, she had a thing with Bradley Cooper, whatever it is, Bradley somebody, Cooper, whatever his name was, because they did that movie together, and everyone thinks they're going to get together. That was all. I believe that was like a psyop to Illuminati control mechanism there. So yeah, she's a pop princess, took over Britney Spears, and probably a lot better than Britney. Basically, I feel even her family, all the whole line is Illuminati. Some kind of Illuminati connections there, even if it's not like a bloodline connection. It's definitely there somewhere astrally. She was seeded, birthed out to. I mean, to show occultism is alive and well. She certainly did that. I don't know about her other anything she does. But this one's definitely right in her face. I remember when it came out around that time period. And yeah, it was like pretty much occultism right in your face. So I keep getting this fish energy from her. I guess she's a fish being. She looks like it's funny. There's a guy at work that used to work there, and he looked like a fish, and she kind of looks like a fish. I had to say, and even these eyes, is like she looks more and more like a fish in some ways. It all depends on how you look at it. But yeah, no, she's being slowly. She's being slowly retired into acting, and she might continue with that. I haven't followed any of it, but I guess she has some Anunnaki connections here and there. But yeah, her whole, she grew up, and you have to have some kind of a normal upbringing of some kind, bullied in school, yada, yada, yada. And now she goes into stardom, and now she has a cult, Illuminati stuff written all over her. And I think there's also like she was a cake or something, or she was at I can't remember. No, it's not. No, it was like a person that was a cake. So no, that's not it. She's been to occult parties, and that's probably not going to be here. But they had like people that were cakes, like people were cake, and they're like eating the person, like they would, it's weird. But anyway, I don't know how to word that here, but either way. Oh, Bradley Cooper, there you go. Cooper, whatever his name is. Yeah, that was like another Illuminati energy. I guess he broke up with his girlfriend because of all that nonsense. But that was all, once again, I don't know what humanity needs this stuff. I don't know what's wrong with it. Is humanity just that lost? Oh, there you go. Looks like she died. No, I guess not. So I'm not sure why the human collective needs this stuff, but apparently it does. So, and all of this Illuminati stuff also, comes from like the higher dimensional beings that obviously have a lot of growth to do and a lot of. I mean, I figure, the more I do this, the more I feel like the higher dimensional beings, there's more lost than anybody, and so they do these things to kind of show, hey, look, we got problems. I mean, it's not just humanity in general, but higher dimensional beings have a lot of issues because they can, create all this stuff, and they got a lot of issues. So it's just the more we see it, especially in Disney's going to eventually, I guess we'll see how that goes. Deflate. The only so many properties Disney can buy, where they become not that they're that relevant these days, but either way, well, they are, but they aren't. But Lady Gaga, yeah, she had to she grew up, I think, in a private school or something like that. She got bullied in school, and now she's doing this. So it's not, either way. I'll see what else I can get on that later. Jonas Brothers, a lot of them have had female incarnations, as you can see, because of feminine energies. I want to shake it up a little bit. I don't know, just some of it's Palladian, some of it's Sirian, some of it's just mind control on them and those that listen to their stuff. So it's one big, happy mind control family there. They're getting money. I guess they're easy prey. I could definitely see that. Yeah, they're just kind of winging it. It looks like. Oh yeah, this is MIT. So even the structure of the building is kind of spooky. I don't know if you can really see it that well, but this place is just not healthy at all. It's definitely bringing a lot of energies from lower astral. The dome itself, yeah, is just a lower astral entities to control humanity. Is definitely a portal, and people that go there aren't aware of it, of course. So it's definitely like a timeline creator capture. It captures them, it creates them, it shuts them down, and brings them up. It's bringing AI into the world. I feel like there's a lot of Google energies there too. I know Google was founded in California, but it feels like a lot of the infrastructure was created there too. At least before it was invented, you have to kind of invent the infrastructure for something like that to be created. So the technologies that created Google seem to have been invented there in some shape or form. So they kind of because there have been search engines and all that. So there was a foundation was put down. Let's put that one, the groundwork. So that's all done in astral. It's all brought into our physical. So AI is being heavily developed there at this time. Like, scenarios of taking over the world and stuff like that. Not that it will, but I can see them planning it, thinking about it. Some are. So it has a little bit of a lighter energy than Harvard, but not by much. It's more like a technology arm to rule the world. So I believe it's also connected to, I forgot, it was just in the news recently. I can't remember what it was, but something about email servers or something like that. Either way, it's not so pleasant. So I'm going to bring in a energy. So when you look at the structure, any type of structure, it's pretty much telling you all about it. Now this is connected to it. This is connected to MIT. And this is like an archon, structure, all kind of screwed up. So it's showing creativity, showing they're nice people or friends, but we're weird as shit. You just tell, and just the way the campus is developed, the way it's put together, it's almost similar to Washington in some degree. So it is a hidden hand that's running the planet. Of course, some already know about it, but how many people are really thinking about MIT unless you're going to go to school there, or about it through politics or whatever it might be? Yeah, it's as all these campuses, they're not friendly. They have a backhand energy there that's there, not for friendly purposes. Like I say, controlling. I guess it's across the water from Boston, I'm assuming. Yeah, it's definitely a controlling force. So it's definitely not from this planet. Again, not a lot of things are, but this is definitely not. It feels like it's here to watch us for various reasons. So, all the Illuminati energies are behind universities, but definitely government, of course. The university is the strongest energy. Of course, of course, you have the aerospace companies, Boeing, and all that too. But still, the school plays a big role, huge role. That's obviously right, and they have so many structures that hide themselves. But like I said, not that I'm going to do it, but you can find them. Maybe not the alien version of the elite, but you can find the human version if you go looking around, and they don't like you poking around their business, but you can figure out what they're up to. That's for sure. At least find them, at least. MIT is very paranoid. I mean, they know they're doing things they probably should not be doing, but they're doing it anyway. Whatever it might be. So the government, whatever it is, a lot of scientists are brainwashed through grants and stuff like that. Because a lot of scientists don't have any money. I also see that those students, they like to make people poor, they give them money, and then control them however they do that. There's energies there for that. At least that's what I just saw. Like if they give like research or something like that, and then it's like they want to, somebody there wants to control everybody. Let's put it that way. So All right, clear the vibrations. I'm going to connect to the Sirians around. I forgot who it connected to. It doesn't matter. So I might go into the music area and other vibrations. We'll see what we get. All right, blessings. As you can see, greetings, we are the Sirians. As you can see, there's much in your world that is misunderstood. Some humans are afraid. Yes, there is a control mechanism through your music industry of, yes, taking over the Kundalini energy of the soul and controlling the pineal gland, and shutting it down through vibration, through music. Your MIT, yes, is connected to lower astral. It is lower astral. A lot of universities are born lower astral. Come to your surface to control society. But you realize, so go into lower astral. You see these universities there. You see the teachers, some, not all, of what they really are. Some might be terrifying, some might not be. So you see it from a different angle. All these universities, most of them are in lower astral. Your New York City is in lower astral, parts of it. There are more positive areas, but most of it is in lower astral. As you can see, the structures of the buildings are not exactly friendly looking. They're low vibrational looking. So your lower astral is in your modern world. And your human accepts that, the chains of your reality. So your world is controlled by the structures of society, of your world. Buildings are controlling people, basically. And humans aren't even realizing it. They go into a building that is already under control. The building itself is teaching the human to be obedient in this dimension. So it's not just a teacher teaching the student, it is this infrastructure. The land can be taken over also. So you have so much of this going against you. How do you break out? Well, becoming aware of it is one thing. You are a key. You release yourself. And many of you are. And yes, it's lonely out there, as we know. And there's still much to learn. Your planet Saturn has much to do with your teachings here of control. This is how you release it. Little by little, you become aware. Society comes out of its, you call coma, or some call them coma. That's called the physical. The physical is a university all on its own. It has many rules within it. As you can see, it has time in it. Third dimension brought in a physicality, as some of you know, or many of you know. So how do you break out of your own university, you can say? So graduating is another word for death, and for some others, it is letting go of this physical world altogether. And it's a gradual process. It is happening. Now, what happens is that many of you can't speak your mind, as you know. So you can't share yourself. Now, when humanity becomes aware of the non-physical, which your aliens will help with, becomes part of a conversation. Now you can be yourself. Now you can step out of your body more often. Now you can go into higher astral. Now you can go into the fourth dimension. And humanity says it's okay. Most, yes, are afraid. This is a large leap. And many can talk about the aliens, but not many can truly live with one. It's more fun. It takes a gradual process. You don't just, when you're a baby in a crib, you don't just jump out and walk. Some do, but most don't. Some actually break the bars, but some of you are those people. But most stay in the crib and do what parents say. They absorb in the environment. That's humanity is doing right now. I'm not saying humanity is a child. We're just using that for example. Humanity is very advanced to be in a world like this. To shut off spirit, shut off everything is a big deal, as many of you know. To go into a mindset that there is a limitation everywhere. And why are we here? We are here to unlock your reality. We give you insight, but it's up to you what you want to experience. The non-physical is where you're heading. The astral body. It's basically, the non-physical is already in your mind. You just have to release your mind from the physical thinking and realize everything, yes, happens for a reason, and you don't need these bodies as much as you thought you did. You're still going to keep it for right now, of course, but realize you can also use it as an elevator into another dimension. You are in this body, but you're connecting to the outer body, and you'll be in two worlds at once. So you're bringing the fourth dimension into this world by talking about it. You're becoming the fourth dimension by having a conversation about it, getting used to it. Psychic abilities are come and go. Psychic abilities, this is in everyone, but for most of your population, downplays that because the third dimension does not allow it. It's not part of its rules. Its rules is physicality. And much of humanity gave away its power to learn how to be a physical being in a controlled environment. And also, your higher dimensional beings that are 12th dimension and higher have lost their understanding of many other beings. I wouldn't say below them, but they lost the will of how to assist other alien entities. At the higher realms, many of them forgot. They just lost it. They lost knowledge. It's like they know they lost it. They don't know how to retrieve it. They come into this world, they retrieve. Because they weren't in the physical realms. Now, many aren't into this type of, most of your society are obviously in the physical and don't understand an outside source. But many do believe in ghosts. Many believe in alien energies. Well, how do you tap into that alien energy? You allow the astral world to become part of your regular world. You're human, but also you recognize your astral realm. So 2 worlds at once. It's the only way for this to work. Now, most of society is going to be laughing about this or terrified from it. But yet, when someone crosses over, there was connection. When someone dies, there was connection. And you look at them, it's like we told you, you can still, no one dies. They might leave your world, but they just skip over to somewhere else. It's not that far away. But when you're a human that puts borders around themselves, a block, a wall, you can't see through it. Many of you are. You get whatever message that is necessary, wherever it matters. Some, yes, the ego comes in for many. Oh, that wasn't enough information. That was too vague. Whatever is the ego is speaking, because many souls are still not ready for higher dimensional understanding. And yes, your human of the physical realm can easily shut down a psychic connection. And you wonder why psychic connections aren't always the best. Because human consciousness is just not ready to let that world in just all the way. They're allowing some, but not the full energy of it. Well, that's changing now. You're going to connect more to your psychic self, your fourth dimensional self. So you read more about this world to heal it. Because many of you are graduating. Graduation in itself can take a lifetime. It doesn't take it takes a year for some of you or you go into the 12th grade for high school and then you graduate right after that. Well, some of you take a whole lifetime to graduate. So, as many of you know, you might have an idea of the fortune, and you don't, but it shows you all your lifetimes are a step into graduation. Some, yes, take many lifetimes over and over and over and over and over. Sometimes the spirit world makes mistakes. Sometimes the human makes mistakes. There's a lot of complications there. And some, just like the merry-go-round of the third dimension, do not want to leave. And those are your most hard-headed. When you talk about spiritual, fourth dimensional, astral knowledge, they laugh. It's their world. The Jonas Brothers used to be Illuminati entities in their past, basically, as they are now, puppets. And they know that, and they're breaking those contracts currently. They're good at hypnotizing people. They're not that happy with it. Your Lady Gaga, yes. A contract with the elite. She has been a symbol of them many incarnations. There's actually statues of her in other worlds. She's been a symbol of the elite for many lifetimes. You don't just walk away from that. You have to clear out that connection. Yes, she sold her, as you call it, sold her soul. She used to be one of them, became a symbol of them. Pretty important. So this is her exiting that contract slowly. She's in no hurry to leave. There's just different ways of looking at your reality. What do you want to experience here? What do you want to know? Most humanity is not asking the questions. Some of you are. There is few of you, which is good, but realize it can be a larger number of human that once they don't realize they can question their reality and truly get a psychic, a fourth dimensional knowledge of it. They might not like the truth. It is a little bit. It is a good conversation piece. Problem is, your friends might be freaked out after you've mentioned all this, depending on the friends. Most of them are into football, are not talking about the fourth dimension astral. And in astral, football is a lot more fascinating. You can actually go through the person, and some do take over the person, have a conversation, and become lovers. Just to let you know, it's a good place to meet people. Sports has always been a good place to meet people. Same as religion. Sports is even getting better, especially when you're running into somebody. We're just gonna put it out there. As you bump into somebody, run into them, it's a love connection for some. Not all, some just like be aggressive, but for some, it's a love connection. You'd be surprised where that goes. I know your world is like, you'll probably hear that and say, it's heresy. What are you talking about? We're just telling you how it goes in certain layers of the universe. In your world, there's denial. But yes, when you're running in, when it's a game, now war is different. War is, sort of game. Games can be war too. But a lot of these games in your world right now are just, some of them, not all of them, some of them are love fests. A masculine love fest. It's like, yes, they found their equal. That's a male energy, two male energies, and then they choose who's going to be the female in the next incarnation. You think we're joking? maybe I'll re-examine some of that. I believe one of them that already has a documentary about himself out there that recently deceased. So it's kind of getting inside baseball, and there's more to it than that. Not all sports are like that, but football is. Soccer, different world. Everybody's usually chums. They're just, it's a different vibration altogether. But football is a love fest. We'll let you figure out who is in love with who. So we're just putting that out there. So yeah, some of these games are strange how they're set up, aren't they? All boys group means sometimes other energies that your world is kind of in a closet on. But there's nothing to be in a closet of. Another reason to be a part of that. There is an open understanding for everything. So you're going to start to see different layers of how your reality operates for it to heal. Some might not want to hear the truth, and we understand. Some might get very offended for the truth and really shut themselves down even more. This is why certain information is not put out there. We want humanity to excel and not go the opposite direction. Many put them now descension. Many realize in astral see future timelines. Wait, you're going to awaken the world? Wait, what? Aliens? No, they descend themselves, and many others do it astrally, which goes into the physical. They can drink drugs, whatever it is, to slow their pattern down. How many of those? Now, yes. Before we go, some that are spiritually aware are at a young, let's just say, okay, use an example. At a young age, you become spiritually aware. You're opening up your angels, your aliens, and all that, and you're drinking alcohol like crazy and drugging yourself. Some actually stop themselves from opening up spiritually. They're terrified of it. Do they have to change their wicked ways? Yes. So they wonder why their power, because some of them get the chance to open up their power. Say, I'm not ready for it. Say, but you said you're ready, and now you're ruining yourself. Exactly. I was ready, but I changed my mind. Now I'm putting every wall up I can think much of it's alcohol. I'm terrified to let go of their negative ways. So, blessings to you. All right. Blessings.